Hello everyone and welcome back to Esoteric Ebb. We are now on day 2. We managed to find a place to sleep. We talked to Darrow. I refused to have to lie for him. I don't know whether that's the right decision, but I refused to lie to him for him. So we have to find another alternate route into the tea shop. I'm sure we can find it, but I haven't even finished exploring this area. I still have this entire water lane area. I have to find the docks. I have to find the tea shop owner, which I haven't yet. So there's quite a lot for us to still do. I don't know how many of these quests I'll be able to do because it's a lot. But we banged out one. Young and dumb. Yay! One thing checked off of our list. We have a place to sleep. Yeah, like I just want to explore still. Like I don't really have a direction yet. We kind of mucked up, or I mucked up with the dwarves that were what was it? Where was it? It was one of these. This one, the circle square conflict. Well, I mean, we didn't really do anything with that because I didn't think about it. Like I was just so set on exploring the world that I forgot that they were doing that. Anyways, I should have resolved it there and then and just been like, whatever. But here, let us explore. Behold, sign. It says S. Yellen and Sons. Democratic propaganda. Oh no. Should we go inside? What is this? Behold, a street sign. It says Upper West View, Lower West Docks. Okay. We have to go, so we came from here, so we have to go to the docks down here, but let's go into here first. Behold, a note on the door says open at sundown. Oh, okay, so we have plenty of time. We can't go there yet. Anyways, we go here then. There's a door here. Behold, this door looks promising. Engage. Corner house. You stand before a damp door on a cramped corner house. The wood is dark, swollen with the perpetual moist of water lane. A layer of river mud and algae. You know someone here? No? Then why are you standing here? I don't know, knock on the door. You rap your knuckles against the wood. A solid, rhythmic knock. I'll wait a little bit. A moment passes. Then the sound of a heavy latch sliding. The door creaks open. A pair of bulbous eyes stare up at you. It's an Anuran. Anura, a fancy name for frog folk and toad folk. You've heard they don't like those terms for some reason. Dressed in a tiny velvet smoking jacket. How cute, quite distinguished despite the lack of pants. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? I'm busy, très occupé. Wait, I want to see this tiny little frog in a fancy outfit, lacking pants. I wanted to introduce myself? Mon Dieu, why? Wait. He squints at your uniform. Are you how do you say, le clerge? That doesn't sound like Earth's tongue. I am the cleric, yes. Ah, bon. He nods. Where is this tiny frog? He nods respectfully. At least you are not from the tithe house. The Anuran peeks its head out behind the door. Wait, where is it? Ask for a contribution to your cause. I want money from it. I want to see it. What is your name? I am Guillaume de Crete. Great name. Merci. Why do you ask if I'm a cleric? Because you smell of incense and self-righteousness. C'est évident. Imbecile. Rude. I'm a little upset that we can't see this tiny little frog in a fancy suit. Nice house. No, it is as you say, shit. Temporary, until I take the next ship home. He gestures vaguely to the port. What do you do here? I live here. Je vis ici. Is that a crime now? In this modded city? Contribution. How much money do I have? I don't want to take money from this little frog. Good. Au revoir. The door clicks shut. So you really just went and knocked on some stranger's door? Look, I'm not gonna knock on your method too much, but if you keep this up, we'll be done by 6 months after the election. And you don't even ask about the tea shop, not once. I just had a feeling this door was important, was all. The goblin closes his eyes in a short silent contemplation. Then he says, maybe stick to a le point d'interest, okay? That's funny, I like that. But it is an interesting door. What's that about? I can't knock on the door anymore. The bin is making a sound, a strange sound. How strange. Rye, Faris, Whiff, Malatigwith? What? The trash inside this bin speaks to you. Don't fall for it. Look to Snell. He gives you a nonchalant half-shrug. It's Waterlane, there's always something going on here. Open the trash can. As you lift it aside, you immediately see something moving in the pile of shredded documents and old scraps of food. A pair of legs. Simworth? Oh my god, what is that? Suddenly jumping out of the pile with a poof of moldy dust is a pine cone. Pine cone with limbs. Arr, Meinharn. One of your little friends. Oh, it's my friend? It hands you some leaves while doing a strange, seemingly improvisational dance upon the trash. Wait, why would I try a druidcraft? It's a pine cone. It's a dancing pine cone. What does druidcraft do? Fuck it, let's do it. Hold on, I'm just gonna try to cast druidcraft. Before you are able to do anything about it, the little creature poofs away. Disgusting little creature. As it fades, you see only trash. I've heard about those things, never seen him. What do you know about them? Just what I've read in the paper and what Nessun goes on about. They're called Vatar or something. The Lamplighters Guild has had a public spat with them a couple of months back. He points to the lamps behind you. Apparently, they messed with the everlasting lights. Not so everlasting then. Guess it's a PR name. I get why they were mad, but I think they solved everything once the PCG got involved. And, like I'm sure you're aware, they're all over the garden too. Anyhow, they clearly seem to like you. Let's keep it like that. Alright, just walk away. I am very, very disappointed we didn't see Little Frog. Behold, the Ascani Reeds Trading Company with that signature Freestrider logo. Okay, let's go in there. So the docks are down there. Enter. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, it's you. A framed article titled Octavio Durelius, Hero of the Water Lane. Okay, I'm just gonna save. Oh, what's this? This rug is a fake fram. How very glib. There's something here. Before I speaketh with you, I will behold a spell scroll with a note on it. For emergencies. Well, I have an emergency. Pickpocket. Oh, crap. Let's not. Ooh, there's stairs going down. Okay, let's talk to her first. Ah, yeah, I crit on her already. The orc stands among fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Ascani Reeds Trading Company, cleric. It is the orc lady again. Beware her manipulation. Yes, and also, tell her she looks lovely. Hey, you're the orc that was fighting. You look lovely. You look lovely to meet you again, Agent V. Oh, she blinks thrice and then just nods, ignoring your flub. Yes, of course, same to you. Damn it. You told me to do it. Not very smooth, dick-ass. She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece of paper. It could be a good idea to search the guild warehouse below. Not only to find some goodies, but also to check what's going on in and out of the city. This wonderful Freestrider lady is the one who decides who comes and goes, so talk her into letting you enter her warehouse. I can gladly report to you that the business with the dwarves was eventually solved after you left. Through entirely peaceful methods, thankfully. Oh, really? A contact at the palace helped me recruit 2 Vergeni gentlemen, the giant kind of gentlemen. When Alphonse saw them coming, he very quickly packed up everything and left. To tell the truth, I hope for them to put up some resistance. Good job. Thank you, cleric. Good job. Ah yes, thanks. Start slow clapping. This is very condescending. I need to get downstairs. Thank you. Now, is there anything that Ascani Reed's trade code can help you with today, cleric? Is there anything I can do to help? She walks over to a drawer and pulls out several papers. Got a perfect task for a strong cleric like yourself. Yeah, you are. She stuffs the yellow documents in your hand. AFAS. A what? An Ascani Economic Free Strider Accord. We've been unable to hand them out previously due to a number of legal reasons that are being stripped away if we, land in a good position of the future government. So, in preparation, we're opening talks with a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official cleric would make the process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers seem to indicate that folk are much more agreeable to city official than our own staff. I'm guessing you can assume why. No clue. She shrugs. Oh, me neither. She taps the documents in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Very generous terms that will greatly assist this local corporations in growth, revenue, and stability. We're not all talk, you know. We do actually support local infrastructure and businesses quite heavily. And the first step is getting those businesses to actually join our accord. You want me to hand out contracts? Yes, most of them to take a look at. Once we get 3 Tolstad businesses on paper, we'll have met our pre-election quota. That will make my bosses very happy. That would make me very happy. 3 businesses, huh? Yes, of course, if we want to deliver them to more, just go ahead. The businesses need to be established, but not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can hand them out anyways. Off the top of my head, I can recommend visiting Viskin's Lich House and the Drunk Sphinx, of course. I'm sure you can find more. She winks. Come back once you've handed them out. I'll be sure to return the favor. Fuck, I don't want to do that. What's with the thing in the fireplace? I'm not a thing. Tinitul hired Smoke Method. And don't mind him, he's harmless. I don't know exactly how we came over the contract, but I believe it was a Kargameshian fellow who handed it over. A smoke method. It keeps track of unwanted visitors. So don't touch anything, cleric, unless you like getting seared. She smiles, her tusks gleam. Hey, can I have that spell scroll over there? Point towards the desk. Oh, that? Just a little something left behind by my superior during his latest visit. Don't touch it, please. About the tea shop owner. One greasy bird, but he's good at his job. What about him? What do you know about him? He's a Yobu, speaks through those mimicry voices. We've worked with him in the past. There was some kind of conflict with the ownership of his property at one point with the Huabit. It was resolved. Where can I find him? No clue. Never mind. I need to get access to the guild warehouse. Yes! She takes out her notebook. Have you delivered the documents? I think so. She looks up from her notes and nods. Right. I'll just be waiting to hear back from the Signes in that case. Should be any minute. You actually have to get some people to sign the papers, it appears. 3 local entrepreneurs, was it? Might be challenging, but we'll see. Fine. Any news about the tea shop? She sighs and grabs an envelope on the table. Darrow put a stop to any official investigation. He even had his guardian angel place an arcane lock on the entryway. You mean Etir? Yes, his celestial pet. Like her. Do you? I've had the displeasure to deal with her a few times here in Tolstad. Ever since she was handed the reins of Coin Lord Lapdog, she seems to enjoy mocking us lesser creatures, coming off almost petty. Strange behavior for such a transcendent creature. She adjusts her posture. Now, she opens the envelope and reads for you. Bystanders suffered minor injuries, no real casualties found after a quick search of the premise. The flames were put down within the hour. Eyewitnesses indicate the flames appeared alongside a loud explosion. A few unnamed people also mentioned the flames were blue for a short moment. Blue flames, huh? The rest goes along with our info. Good to have it corroborated. Where do you hear all this? She smiles. We have our sources too, my friend. Blue flames, you're not the first to mention that to me. Indeed, clearly it indicates some type of magical origin. Sorry, I mean esoteric. Esoteric origin. She winks. Esoterical, give her a thumbs up. She nods. And you didn't have any of these witnesses recorded? None, I'm afraid. We heard the Halfways had one direct witness who identified himself. Halfways, short for Huabit, the Halfway Bridge tribe. A frank fellow. Frank, but we found nothing more on that thread. The goblin mutters something to himself. How quick was the search afterwards? She smirks. Apparently only 10 minutes. Damn, that's quick. What's more interesting is that the official report does not mention any lead investigator apart from Darrow himself and the militia org. So my guess is they just didn't do anything after the militia put out all the flames and secured the structure. That's insane. They can't just do nothing. Clearly they can. Thank you for the info. I wonder if at this point, like, I would start to think, is there some conspiracy that Darrow's hiding? Because he lied to me and I'm hearing he didn't pursue the investigation. Although I'm pretty dumb. So I don't know. Tell me more about the Freestriders. You want to know more about the Freestriders? Just in general? Yeah, that's what I said. I don't want to roll my eyes. Yes, fill me up on knowledge. Okay then, go ahead and ask. What is the Freestrider ideology? Good question. You want the long answer or short? Short. The Freestrider ideal is to use democracy to establish egalitarian and libertarian states. Where does it come from? The Freestrider movement? It originated in Old Diminor towards the end of the Coast War. It is said the soldiers spread the word to one another even between opposing armies. Eventually, once the magical powers waned, the common folk managed to rebel. So, you could say it's all a big response to arcanist tyranny and the oppressive force of magocracy. I'm trying to get downstairs. This sounds really mean. Thanks for the story. You're welcome. Freestriderism is the only way forward, obviously. Every other form of rule has led to complete chaos and are less fortunate conditions for literally everyone involved. The Reedsian dream is possible. It's coming. It's here. I'll just say I like the Freestrider. I like you guys. Same. I think the Freestrider movement really speaks to my personal principles, you know? I think it's very important to stand by our principles, especially when things get difficult. That is not something for you. It is not. A powerful woman should rule. That feels more natural. I don't have any principles. If a powerful woman disagrees with me, I change my mind instantly. Oh my gosh. Why did my strength fail? Like, what would it have said? And I do have principles, so this is not it. So number 2, yes, I always stand by my love of the Freestriders. Great. How did you get into the revolutionary mindset? Oh god, I didn't though. I'm just trying to pander to you. Good question. It was a mixture of stuff, right? Oof. None of this really applies. I think it's because I'm trying to appease her, and this is not my stance to begin with. I grew up disillusioned by the city's corruption during my education at the tower, so I started writing, and it quickly turned into revolutionary That does not sound like me at all. Okay. Asgalism failed me. Nationalism fell apart along with Earth's fading. Oh no. I guess number 2 is more correct. But I think I'm just pandering to her. I am sorry to hear that, but I do feel as if I understand. Oh yeah, that's the way to her. Everyone failed me, but not you. I hope you find the Free Cities the inspiration of what Norvik could become, Cleric. What's that? The center of the new world. Thazen, Blood City Bay, these great cities littered across the coast, all of them wrought in ancient scars and bearing the weight of history. Norvik, as strange as it seems, is as new and fresh as Freestriderism itself. I sincerely believe it will become the centerpiece of the revolution. In time, of course. All in time. The orc shows you a smile with her gleaming tusks. Thank you for sharing, cleric. That's all I have to ask. I want to know more. I want to know more about you. My favorite topic. Wow. You're your own favorite. You're your own, and you are your own favorite topic? Yes. She might possibly be acting cheeky. Duh. What exactly do you do for the Ascani Reeds Trading Company? I make sure the flow of goods remain efficient and uninterrupted by local shenanigans. I also represent the organization as a member of the Free Strider Party as well, which makes it a lot more interesting. Oh, we have a date. Are you excited for our date? Alright. Oh, of course. It'll be fun after the election, right? Right. Okay, cool. Great. I mean, good. It's awfully empty here. Do you have any colleagues? Certainly. I am only second in command here on Tolstad. First is Agent Duralius. He is currently off securing votes with the Tolstad guilds, leaving me alone here to helm the ship. Her expression changes, hardens. She must like this guy. And who is this Duralius? Octavio Pompus Duralius. God damn, that is a good name. My wonderful superior. She likes this guy. Long name. You need to compete with this guy clearly. I do. Where's my awesome name? Feel your heart breaking? I'm not heartbroken. Just one colleague? No. Him and his horde of interns. It's simply a smart move to gather a bunch of impersonable youngsters and tell them that they're getting job experience by performing labor for you. If you're lucky and they don't suck too much, you literally get free, infinite labor. Wow. Unpaid interns, cool. Well, not a horde per se, more like 3 to 4 people in rotation. That's a lot. He likes them young and stupid. What does securing votes mean in this context? Can't say. Industry secrets, you know? She winks. Right. She winks a lot, this one. I would ask her, you like this fellow, don't you? But feel your heart breaking as you ask the question is not me. I have some other questions, not about your buddies. Sure, what's your favorite color? Red. Like blood. She gives you a sinister smile. Very charming. What's your mother's maiden name? Huh? Why you ask? I don't read books. I'm interested in you. Oh, right. She's flustered. No, she's not. I did not know my mother. I was born into a fell-tier JT, a journeyman tribe where children are raised collectively. We made scissors. That's my special blood talent, my fate, as it were. I didn't like it in the factory, so I left to Blood City Bay. I joined a warband, a few actually, learned to be smart. Eventually ended up in the Reeds, where my true talents were recognized. Scissors? Whoa. Hold on a sec. What? Scissors? Oh, I apologize. I should clarify. Oh my freaking god. Verorokseg, gifted by blood. Each orcish clan was given a speciality by Queen Mother. My clan's gift was the magical affinity for making amazing scissors. It's very niche. Super efficient, honestly. Though being locked down like that sounds like shit. Good thing she left. That's cool? No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyway, the revolution was already strong when I joined. So, once I realized I'd missed all the real action, I ended up taking a job to spread the word. I spent a season in Vorgani at first, but I never clicked with the locals. So, Norvik it was. And now I'm here. She bows her head in a formal fashion. Anything else you want to ask? How strong are you? Strong enough. She smirks. I want to arm wrestle. Whom do you wear? Oh, this old rag? This outfit is an AR import, originally designed by Ferk Fram. I hear... Ferk Fram, famous textile industrialist and magical carpet extraordinaire. Got really famous during the Arcane era. Although these are obviously just factory knockoffs. Reliable, though. Alright, I'm done with the personal questions. Good thing. And what about you? You holding alright? Don't stupid. Yeah, I'm doing great. Good to hear. Man, okay. I'm gonna have to get secure those signatures. An incredible sword hangs upon the wall. I want to see what this is. Behold, a coastal hemisphere. You approach the half-sphere. The upper bands, those filled with forces of good, justice, and the Norvikian way. Look at Divinitorum. Divinitorum, a pointy coastline centered around the mountainous regions at its center, marked as Peak of the Gods. Unnatural formations and shapes litter the landscape around it. Further inland you see a vast flat plain divided into perfect squares, some with moat-like rivers surrounding them. A name spans this area. It says Golden Horde. Various city-states are placed along the mountains, and the coast, towns, and roads are marked out across the plains. I'm going to spin it around. You do so, revealing the other 4 bands, those farthest away from your home band. The lower bands, they are all wrought in madness and evil. You've never actually seen these bands, so who knows what they're like. Oh my god. Kargamish has some awesome tea. Huh. Wait, why is it a hemisphere again? It's not always depicted this way. If you look across the room, you can see a full global version as well. However, the scholarly modern depiction of the world is indeed a hemisphere purely for practical reasons. Travel across the deeper parts of Jor Sea can be done via arcs across the ocean, while travels across land of the sort that in any way approaches the endless waste will likely result in getting lost in the long marches. Jor Sea, a name for the greatest sea which the bands surround. This is quite easy to understand. Alright, look at Ascan. Ascan, you see the burned coast to the east with Ilum Forest covering the border with reeds. To the west are all the hills and mountains of Fordnip and Visca. The hills, one of 3 unofficial districts of Inorvik. Basically, the Halfling district covered the hills, get it, in the western side of the river. It says in big bold letters, Norvik at the start of the river that cuts through the middle of the band. A great city with great lettering. Remember that long ship trip? Terrible! You were born in Norvik, and you will die in Norvik. Your stomach grumbles, yet you do not know why. I'm hungry? Could be hungry? Apples, yes, more apples. Why am I suddenly hungry? Look at reeds. Reeds, a vast temperate band, the coastline is bent into large half-lake. Many city-states litter the landscape. You see the Ilum Forest in the west and several marked out areas in the map designated Cursed Grounds. Look at Vorgeni. Vorgeni, a great highland, strangely shaped lake, special markings designated gravity masses, floating spheres of farmland that are logically difficult to map out. The only real cities are placed along the coast. A line is marked out. Halfway toward the waist, it says Frontier Gap. Oh, shoot. No. Spin it around. Alright, look at Heishi. Heishi, a grand jungle with a handful of mountain ranges, splitting the band into a spiral. It looks like a maw. Several parts of this map are drawn very abstractly. Or there are people who do not wish to share the knowledge of their home. One of the few points actually marked out is Lake Kuya, near the border to Vorgeni. Look at Kargamesh. Kargamesh, 2 vast deserts with pockets of magical green across, the rocky savanna of the west and the far-reaching dunes of the east, divided by the vast river ravine, the Bay of Four, at the peak of which lies the legendary city of Ukul. It is also marked by the vast symbols for other undercoast ravines which connect with the various cities, the stereotypical exotic land beyond the coast. You have read many a tale set in this wondrous land, the Sand of the Orient and Emerald Serpents. Stories about men striving to conquer the foreign hordes in their lands. Glorious! You always remember them more as being about connection with the foreign. How can we all learn from those who are different? All that fighting against elemental evil surely went against that message. Perhaps so. Look at Feltyre. Feltyre, red and white plains with great forests to the east and deserts to the west. A wondrous feature of the map, you can actually make out the corpse of Gorgorian as he lay upon the Blood City Bay. Look at Yim. Yim, the walled band, large portions of the map are blank. These are marked out as Igeria's inner wall. You know very little of this land. Look at Jor Sea, the top half of the sphere. Jor Sea, the blue top half of the hemisphere. Above the strip of land you see 1,000 little islands and islets marked out along with common trade routes. But the further you go you go, the fewer markings upon the blue. At the top, it says Jore's Point. Beyond that, off the coast of Heishi, you see Salto de Sapo Alegre, and below reads you see the text Middle Edge. Salto de Sapo Alegre, one of the most famous port cities, nested on an island right off the Heishi mainland, ruled by a ruthless pirate clan primarily composed of catfolk. This is a sea hemisphere. There are full globes that depict the land in more detail as well. However, since there is no consensus on exact distances, due entirely to the unstable esoteric nature of both inland and seaward, whether people view Jore's realm as hemisphere or globe is up to the use cases. Seaward, a term for travel towards the coast and towards Jore's Point. That's all for now. Can we go upstairs? Behold, these stairs lead to the roof of the HQ. Enter. Oh wait, there was painting there that had a thingy. Enter. This free cities, democracy, prosperity. Okay, that goes about outside. What happens if I just... Hold on, let me save. What happens if I just behold down to the docks? Oh. Where does this go? A weakness dock worker. Behold. An 11. Dwarf exile level 1. Proletariat? A guy dwarf, average height, collected, down to earth, true to his feelings, decently smart, chill, cool, nice to animals. Not much else to it. Yeah, cool guy. Hey man! Along the docks you see a bustling of humans and dwarves, cargo moving about among hard, salty waves hitting the pier. This is where the business happens. Though this is the quiet side. Looking across the span, you see most ships are docked to the West Walk, or Water Lane West, or whatever they call it these days. On the edge, behind the Free Strider HQ, a number of workers are hanging around about, drinking and talking. One of them, a long-haired dwarf with droopy eyes, throws you a cool head nod. You look like a cleric. Hello! Yes, I'm the cleric. I thought that that'd be clear by now. By now? I've mentioned I'm the cleric 10 times now. I've never met you before, man. It is pretty obvious. Alright. I mean, who else would dress like this? The goblin gestures towards you in your outfit. True, I guess. What's up? Nothing much. Work is over for some, starting for others. It's like a tidal wave hitting the shore, you know? Like a never-ending search for capital. Cool, can you let me into that door over there? Point down the stairs. Nah, man. Only the Free Striders got access there. Who should I talk to? Durelius, I guess? Oh, no, wait. He's never here. The guy is supposed to be the managing officer, you know? But Vera's pretty good too, so Vera's the boss. Apparently. It's a bit messy now before the election, which is understandable, so I won't complain too much. What's your story? My story, man? Yeah, tell me. Holy crap! Oh my god, he gave me a novel. I'm not that interesting. I just did like what most exiles did. As the VK got all the stale and no one could find a job, we moved downriver. Earth was really cool back in the day with all that stuff. My dad took me and my sister all the way down. He worked on the GSP, you know? I never got into construction myself, but since I finished school, I've been on the docks. Not here. I've only worked on Water Lane for a year or two, but I've been all over the city, really. The GSP Outlook, Ice Bay Point, North Housing. Had a gig with the factory on North Wall before the Bone Purge, but they shut down once they took down the zombies. So yeah, not a huge fan of the Free Striders, but the AR pays well. Nice folks too. Beyond that, I'm looking for a wife at the moment. Had my eyes on this gal who lived in the hills last year, but she liked my friend Jag. I don't blame her. She's got a real nice... He's got a real nice mustache, though. It's getting hard saving up for a house these days, so not sure if I'll ever afford the whole family life, you know? What's VK? Dwarven slang for Vizca, as if it needed to be shortened. Maybe I should vote Asgalis. Oh, you're done. Thanks for asking. Clerics don't usually act all nice and kindly, you know? He goes in for a fist bump. You have been chosen. Do it. Bump his fist. Hells yeah. You hear Snell audibly yawn behind you. Goodbye, citizen. That was a weird interaction. Behold, a goods hatch. I can't reach that from here. The door leads to the warehouse. Only free starting guild workers are allowed in. There's a barred door. God damn it. I will find a way in there. I need to look at everything. Alright, let's go out here, because I think... Oh. Looks like an archive. Cool. I need to make it there. I will find a way. Or I need to get signatures. Maybe I can ask the little frog. Little frog? Oh, I can't talk to little frog anymore. Is it? It's not yet sundown. Any business owners here I can get signatures from? The little goblin children. Behold, a statue of earth among the toil of his workers. You approach the shrine. Oh, it's a shrine! Shouldn't I move it? It's like in the middle of the road. No. It has chosen its path. What? The figure of earth. This is a makeshift shrine, meant to stand exactly where it is and where it might go. Ready to serve whoever needs him the most. Just like you. Cool. Can I heal? No, I'm good. I heal. Yes? Probably. Attempt prayer of healing. Ah. I is at a disadvantage. Alright, you recite a few words, blah blah blah. They can... Oh. Huh, well that's something. Alright, I'm done. Conquest by river, land by heart. Where does this take me? Oh, interesting. There's a lobster. Behold, a regular non-giant crab. That's not giant? Okay. You spot a crab on the rock. One of the greatest of the Ascani creatures, the Norvikian river crab. It does a little shimmy. Yes, cleric, that is a crab. I'm gonna pet the crab. Bad call, hombre. Hombre, slang adopted for the cat speech. It means man. You reach forth and the crab immediately snips into your index finger. Panic! The crab pincers grip your finger hard. Hard! Your index will come off soon. Help! Get out of the vice grip. What the fuck? Are you serious? You bend and pry, but the crab will not let go? What? The blood is not flowing. Slowly you will die. What is the point of me putting points in strength if I'm just gonna fail like every single... And also... You know, this game is incredibly punishing. Like, really punishing. I want to be weird and I want to do silly things, but it's just killing me constantly. Honestly, it's killing my vibe a little bit. You bend and you pry. The crab will not let go. Like, it allows you to be weird. Like, yeah, you can be weird, but let me mess up your whole day. Be weird. The blood is not flowing. Slowly you will die. Please let go, Mr. Crab. It says, can I speak with animals? No. It says, bleh. And does not let go. Snell, call for help. I'm being assaulted. What? Sorry, I was looking at the river. It's very pretty this time of year. This is an emergency. I'm dying. Point at the crab with your other hand. Yeah, crab. I can see it. Guess I can help. Maybe. I was polite. Oh. I'm just constantly rolling low. You use your free hand to pry the pincers off your finger. When your index is released, you immediately feel the blood begin to flow once more. Freedom! He was a good little fighter. A good little crab. Are you allowed to loiter here? It does not respond. Oh. Your magic causes you to hear a tiny sound from the crab, a sound that turns into a squeaky voice. Hi there, big fellow. Why the fuck did you pinch me? Oh, what is it like being a crab? It's great. What do you like about being a crab? It's great. Snip with your hands. He snips his pincers. Happy crab. What's your name? I'm Criminy. Criminity. Cool name. Thanks. Do you have any information for me? Oh, yes, I do. Did you know that there's an abundance of worms in the river this time of year? There always is. It's causing me to gain a few pounds. The ladies will love it. Oh, we got ourselves a lover crab. Not even a bad kind. That's it for now. An instant later, the crab's voice disappears. Hope you had a riveting convo. Now can we go? What do you know about the tea shop? It snips with its pincers once. What's that, Krabby? Johnny Longneck blew up the tea shop? Johnny Longneck is one of those pirate legends. Many adventurers seek his ship and tomb in the Reedsian wastes. Damn, guess we'll have to find him. Johnny Longneck? Not again! Him and his dastardly plans. Also, I'm joking. Please do not take that seriously. We're not going to go into Reedsian wastes to seek out Johnny Longneck's crash site. Spoil sport. What are you voting for in the election? It makes no noise in reply to your question. Fine. How annoying. I'm gonna eat one of these apples. I'm gonna eat another. And maybe this. So punishing. So incredibly punishing. Behold, you hear the endless turning of cogs inside. Oh, is this into here? Oh, and then it goes up there. Sweet. Behold, oh gods, there are several stale baked goods here. Well, do I want them? Give them. The roller mill workers keep more than ledgers in this archive. What do they keep? Incense. Sweet. Okay, let's... Behold, this must lead to the rest of the roller mill. Feel... Oh, the wood door blocks your path. Feel the handle. Oh yeah, Loctite. That must lead back to the back office. Haven't been here in ages before. Haven't been in here before, but I think they closed down a while ago. Heard rumors of some goblins that worked here. I think the owner fired them up all out of nowhere. Huh. I have a +1 and a +4. Goodness, I don't think I can do that even with a +4. If they close down, why is the mill spinning? Yeah, that's actually concerning now that I think about it. Let's try dexterity first. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Always failing. Another 7. You fumble with the lock, your tool slipping. Almost, but it won't budge. Your hands are too clumsy for this delicate work. Try again. Oh, I bet you I'm going to low blow another 10. Force the door open. Look at this. Another 7. I must roll more rolls below 10 than anyone. You throw yourself against the door. What? Why would I do it until I'm in pain? Again and again, but it holds firm. Why would I try to hurt myself? Shouldn't a fail on a door, me pushing it open, not result in me causing myself 4 fucking damage? Sorry, I'm getting a little annoyed about the amount of pain I suffer. It's only like 3 p.m. and my day has basically just started in this day 2 and I'm already like almost dead constantly. It's so punishing. The game is... Maybe it's a setting. Okay, your shoulder aches. That was stupid. But 4 damage. Is it a setting? Setting. Do I have the dice rolls that go fuck yourself? No. That's just how it is for me, I guess. Thank you. A little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, like, at least when I did Disco Elysium, at least, you know, when you failed, it wasn't always such a... It was funny. I don't know, it didn't feel like this. Like this, I feel like I'm just constantly failing. And it's, you know, it's funny. Sometimes, but now it's just not. Constant failures is not funny. What's this? Stairs down to the bustling docks. Torna, the first of the river guilds. I don't know. Anyone else that's played this, is it just me? Are my rolls just this terrible? Or is everyone suffers in this manner? Behold, beware those fangs and the rest too. You know what? Fuck it. I'm always dying anyways. I'm desensitized to death because they've made it meaningless. You approach a ball of feathers and wings and really, really sharp claws. Too bad, he's clearly overfed. Magical beasts can sometimes understand basic common. You can try speaking with it. It's a griffin, right? Simply cast speak with animals. That should lessen the pain of negotiation. You see a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. Wait, look behind it. There's an entrance to the warehouse on the other roof. If you want to get inside, you're going to have to get past this bad boy. The mythical beast snores gently before you. I don't even want to ask what the plan is here. What a majestic creature, Snell. Don't you want to pet it too? No, thank you. Seriously, be careful. I'm not cleaning up your guts if that thing skewers you. Wow, an 18! No, fuck it. Wake the animal and gently, through understanding and empathy. Wow, a 5! A 4, initially. How does one do this? You try to see from the beast's perspective. How would you like to be awoken if you had to be awoken from your lovely slumber? If you had to be awoken from your lovely slumber by a helmed handsome stranger? If you had to be awoken from your lovely slumber by a helmed handsome stranger on a day such as this? I lost my train of thought. What am I doing? The question is, by which method would you like to be awoken? I don't know, a hug? Okay, try that then. Come here, buddy. Give the sleeping griffin a hug. I was just... yoink. A light tap. God damn it! You hear your companion yell and rush down to the street. Ah, pain. The bones in your body crack, hard ground merging with your flesh, but you live. Almost got it. Gods be damned, what were you thinking? You hear Snell yell at you as he comes running down the street. The goblin eventually makes it down to you, gasping for air. It's good you're alive, but seriously, isn't there a saying about not waking a sleeping griffin? Don't do that again. Ouch. Okay, I'm gonna reload because that was annoying. But also, I'm like not taking death seriously anymore, or my rolls, because it's just, my rolls are constantly below a 10. They're like, my rolls are constant failures. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know I have some successes, but I feel like it's way more failures than successes. Even on I'm picking my, like, options with abilities that I have sunk strength and charisma into, thinking like, that's the character I want to succeed at. You know, those storylines. That's the thing, right? I want my strength and charisma storylines to be more likely to succeed. That's why I pick those dialogues. However, those dialogues are also failures, like constant failure. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting frustrated. All right, let's attempt to sneak past it. All right, let's do this. A 2! Would you look at that? A 2. Yeah, words. Maybe I'm just not in the mood to take this constant failure. I don't even want to read that. Do I want to save scum this? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for the constant failure. Because then it makes it feel like I'm just doing this, reloading. Alright, let's forget that. I don't want anything to do with that right now. What's that? Some coins. Wishes never granted. Well, I'm going to take it. I'll consider it payment for all of my deaths. I saw something. I'll come back. I'll sneak in there. If it takes me reload... Oh, there's the seagull again. Deep groaning the bell of Water Lane. That's the seagull. Looks so ratty. No one can dismiss the dwarves' architectural genius. Excluding the anti-magic messaging, pre-striderism comes with great branding. Office of Snore. Apple Dent. Let's get in there. Fail some more rolls. Children's drawings on the wall. This guy's asleep. I bet I would fail a roll against him. A scholarly commendation for the Fordnip Commonwealth. Almost dead, but not quite yet. Oh, the plant. He's asleep. Behold, something stuck between pages. Food. Dream patch. Small amounts of pixie essence incorporated into a sticky patch can be used to recover 3rd level spell slots. It's a little band-aid. Magical band-aid. Something is at the bottom. Coins? Fuck it, I'm gonna take all of it. I'm frustrated. Behold, a collection of books. Oh, I shouldn't be stealing. Political mostly. You see a collection of books from the philosophy canon, none of which you are really able to understand. Next to them, a line of famous political books: Asgulus Theory, Hedonist, The Dark, Book of Shadow, Alexandro, many more. The Hedonist, an infamous group of activists and anarchists spawning towards the end of the Coast War. They stand for something, probably. Mostly they're known for inciting riots and playing with demonic forces. Open the Folk by Alexandro. Alexandro, this was the first book placed in your hands as an Earthfolk recruit. Open it, look inside. It's an old worn copy of that same text, musing about the divine era of great walking gods and their theocratic states. A history lesson morphing into a series of guidelines, how modern readers as a response to the drawn-out Coast War should return to the old, the proven, the organized, the divine. Although written from the perspective of not faith nor service to the holy, but rather that of service to the state, a modern theocratic vision, the nation as an entire entity not bound by the protection and lifetime of its god. Instead, the nation-state will survive on unifying cultural traits passed down from that god to his people. This, Alexandra writes, will fasten them into the earth, creating firm groundings for the states to exist beyond any others. The later chapters go on to describe this dream of a millennium empire, his grand plan, a nation to survive the passing of eras. Oh my god, this is so long. A collection of ideas gathered into his dream, an ideology structured around order without the weakness of monarchy, the chaos of democracy, or the esoteric dependence of magocracy. The Millennium Empire, the fascist ideal. Fascist, a follower of fascism. Fascism, an ideology born during the Coast War, formed out of Alexandra's dream of a long-lasting empire born out of a fallen theocracies of reeds. It's almost like he wrote directly about the struggles of today's Norvik. Whatever your thoughts are, this book is used to reshape the city. You know well how effective it is. Put the book away. Alright, I'm done. I'm not going to read more of that. It's so long. Behold, magical quill and paper. Let me trifle it. Tiny dictator. Advantage against bureaucrats. Tiny dictator. I'm gonna wear it. Oh, it's an accessory. I don't have any space for accessories. What is this? Wisdom, +1 intelligence, +1 dexterity, +2 intelligence. Hell yeah. I got a tiny dictator with me. Behold. Oh wait, I'm holding his tiny dictator. He might get mad. Halfling, Ford folk, level 4 scholar, scholar of the Fordnip Commonwealth, a man working out of a hole in a wall. This is the type of man who knows exactly where he's going and is simply going very slowly and deliberately. He knows his expertise, his moves are calculated, his journey long. I am going to remove my tiny dictator in case he sees it before I speak with him. Then I'll convince him. No, I'm not going to make him write the note. Engage. I will save in case I die. You take a step into the cramped office, standing in front of his sleeping halfling. Good forenoon, citizen! Oh, he mutters and widens his bushy eyes. His confused gaze focuses on you. Life is pain. What? Terrible, terrible pain. Oh, he mutters and rubs his face. The wrinkles fold over one another like waves in a storied sea. Are you... He looks at you with his weary expression, then he rubs his nose and sniffs twice. Are you here for the invoice? A quick glance to Snell. His words come out like a typical Fordnip accent. What? The invoice! Lean over to Snell. Should I have an invoice? No. No? No, no? Oh. Oh, hold on. I've already paid the invoice. You're here for something different. He leans in, facing Snell. I hope Queen Goblin has no quarrel with this old scholar. He holds up a palm. Now we're here in city business. Yeah, I've got some questions about the tea shop mostly. Tea shop? Then you are dealing with interesting events. The city has seen its fair share of great calamities over the years, and the tea shop explosion appears tiny in comparison. Tiny? No, it's a huge conspiracy. A huge one. Better take care of it then. Curiously, Curiosity is absolutely vital for keeping the old brain in motion, so I commend you, cleric. Thank you. And you as well, my goblin friend. He looks around grunting. Can I get either of you some fucking water or what? You like this guy. He's like a rabid dog without the biting so far. This halfling is wild in a funny way. No thank you, your companion replies very quickly. You're Scholar Appledant, right? Me? Yes. I am Snore Appledant, he says, and bows his head in the chair. Scholar of Fordnip University in dedicated service to the progress of AIS. A's? Alignment Intent Studies. Primarily, my expertise lands on the topic of alignment and its many historical and contemporary applications. Some bullshit, I will tell you. These days, I mostly deal with other forms of study. Specifically, I run this office here on the experimental technique of psychoanalysis. What kind of magic is that? No magic at all, although there has been some detect thoughts involved at some points in the development. It is a form of mind healing, as they call it. I'll be one to call it support instead. It is essentially the idea that the mental present is shaped by the mental past, and that through dialogue our unreleased, unconscious ghost can be vanquished. So it's talking about feeling. An exorcism! Almost. While the ghosts are metaphorical, it is really not that different from the expulsion of a necrotic possession. A Reedsian friend of mine once told me this joke, and I apologize if it's too vulgar for your taste, but he sputters out the words through little chortles. Listen to the vulgar joke. Right. A cleric, an arcanist, and a rogue delve into the lair of a succubus. The fiend defeats all three men, throwing them in her dungeon. But she grows to fancy them, so she offers them a choice. For each man who can successfully satisfy her, she will let that man go. Otherwise, he speaks with little fits of laughter in between, she ends them, so to say. This is going to be a long tale. You actually haven't heard this one? If it's sacrilegious, you'll have to beat the gnome. Ho ho ho. Nod along. So, the three adventurers debate on which order to go. Eventually, the rogue and the arcanist decide the cleric should go first, as he is a virgin and will be less likely to increase her standards. Your goblin companion rubs his eyes as he listens to the joke. The cleric, being divine and so on, prays to his god and goes to the fiend's bedchambers. He comes out 10 minutes later completely unharmed and gives a thumbs up to his two friends, who, of course, both feel a great sense of relief. The arcanist goes in next, confident and arrogant. If the cleric can do it, the fiend must be easy. Within minutes, his bones roll out of the bedchamber entrance, the man having been incinerated by hellish flames. The rogue is horrified, but realizes obviously the arcanist overestimated his abilities, so he carefully enters the bedchamber, ready to put every ounce of effort into it. Less than a minute later, screams erupt from the bedchamber, and the rogue's lifeless corpse falls out of the entrance. The cleric prays for the souls of his comrades and gathers the remains for burial. The succubus steps out, smoking a cigarette. She tells the cleric, "My, your friends were truly terrible. They were just fumbling about down there. At least you managed to touch it a little." To which the cleric responds, "You are truly an awful creature, and I will pray for your presence to be exorcised from this plane of existence every day until the day I die." Then, before he walks away, the cleric also adds, "Oh, but I did heal that horrible wound you had between your legs. Hopefully that makes you less evil in the future." The goblin lets out a slight gust of wind through his nose. Laugh hard, I get it. The halfling chortles loudly. My kind of humor, you might say. In short, you can view the succubus as an evil in the world, which religious fervor would pray to repair. However, such reparations could often lead to a not-so-optimal path. He keeps on laughing. Or, most simply, you could say it's a basic allegory for alignment itself. The cleric meant well, for all intents, but his actions cost the lives of both his comrades. Is that evil, or is it good? And so on. Either way, psychoanalysis, yes, that's what we were talking about. It's about your feelings, thoughts, memories, choices you've made, things that have happened to you. They can bog you down, so to say, and the goal in my clinical practices is to root that out in my patients' minds and help make them aware of repressed negative baggage, if you will, so one can move forward more speedily. I don't have any repressed negative feelings. A bold claim. But it is not the only thing I work on here. I am currently exploring the dream of anima animus. Oh shoot, I was supposed to say sounds interesting. I disagree. Beyond that, I also focus a lot on my own unverified theories. He slaps his knee and grins. Folk spirit, have you heard of it? No, I have not. Understandable. It's not yet published. The folk spirit is the working title for my new thesis. Most of it, if you excuse my Anuran, fucking bullshit. But in short, it is about how each folk share a number of core communal archetypes or myths. I have traveled around the coast to collect as many tales, writing down thousands of stories previously only passed down orally, all to see how well my theory holds up in the minds of so many folk. He clears his throat and leans back into his chair. Jesus, he talks a lot. Apologies, I'm ranting here. Let us put a stop to it. What do you want, cleric? Fucking hell. I don't wanna talk to this guy. Maybe I'm just like, I'm put off, I think. I'm put off by how difficult it is to succeed at any action I want to take in this game. How many times have I succeeded in doing something I actually wanted to do? Not often. What is love? Love! He lets out a frustrated groan. Pure calamity, dead and destructive. Its nature is just perverted and foul because it is complete surrender without idealization. To love is to accept without proof or demand or conditions this complete surrender to another. Ridiculous and risky. The guy's more fucked up than you are. Yeah, fuck love! Give him a fist bump. Yes! He bumps your fist. Fuck it right away. He then takes a breath. Love is a completely unpredictable and dangerous encounter, and I have yet to meet a sentient folk who is not afflicted by it, and interestingly enough, I see no difference. It is universal. Elf love, halfling love, devil love. True love is always irrational. It is finding the perfect inside of the imperfect and falling entirely into it, swallowed by it. Some folk might act it out different ways depending on their communal nature or biological urges, but if you are one of the few who do not need it, be good, be happy. I'm done talking to you. Is there any reason to talk to this guy? No. Bye. Go back to sleep or something. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna brute force my way past that griffin into the warehouse so I feel like I accomplished something. Which means I apologize. I am save scumming. I have died many times day one. Many times. I feel like I deserve a little save scumming. Let me get the dictator out. Here we go. I'm going to sneak past this thing. Can I just click here? No, I can't. Alright. Yeah. I deserve a save scum to sneak past it. Because I don't... You're fucking with me. This game is fucking with me. This game is seriously fucking with me. It's not even fun. It's not even fun. Okay, last one. I swear, if I can't succeed in at least half the choices I make. I understand that right now I'm doing a dex check that I don't usually succeed. I mean what is my stats? My stats are not meant for dex, right? I have a +1, but I've been failing on almost all my strength checks and my charisma checks, which is a +4. Hell, like I feel that's everything. What's the point of having a +1 dexterity things? Or I guess I could put on the cloak for now. Let's put this bad boy on. Where do I put it on? Here? Okay, what's this one? This is a dexterity. Alright, let's put this dexterity thing on. What else is dexterity? Okay, there, let's go. Look. I still have a +1. Oh wow, exactly a 10. That's my first 10 out of the how many rolls have I done already today? Ugh. Another 7. Seriously. Fuck this. Oh my god, finally. I'm gonna cut out a huge portion of that, of me loading, reloading, loading, reloading. But I've rolled a bunch of 7s. today. For these rolls especially, I rolled 111. And then this is my only other one over 10. The dice are not fair. You take a deep breath and you take the first step. The goblin follows right behind you as you carefully navigate the ledge of the roof. One wrong step and you fall. One wrong step in the other direction and the bird will slap you off. But you take a deep breath as you make it to the other side. Let's not do that again. Sorry. If people don't... Oh, fucking hell. Oh. The griffin appears to have awoken. You got here just in time. Perfect. Now we can make it back too. Sometimes you're a really lucky bastard, you know that? At least it didn't try to eat me. Okay, fine. I'm sorry for whoever is like up. If anyone is upset that I saved scum, I feel like I had every right. I feel like I deserved it. I've been thrown. I've been harassed. I've been... Basta. Like, a lot of bad things have happened to me. Wait, do I want that? More intelligence? No, I want more wisdom. That's my wisdom tooth. There we go. Engage. You approach the goods hatch. This is a very small goods hatch. This whole building appears to have been repurposed into a warehouse. Otherwise, making it this tiny would have been very silly. Don't think the free striders will be too happy with someone sneaking in through the roof. The goblin squats down and grabs the rusty hanglock. But damn, look at this rusty thing. They really don't value security around here. Look at this. My strength is a +4. I'm gonna roll a 7. Watch. I cannot save in dialogue. Oh, look, a 5. Wow. You try to grab the lock, you try to pull it off, try to... No matter what, it just won't come off. Let's try to pick the lock. Look at that. Of course I'm gonna fail every roll if everything is under a 10. Super annoying, like you should be able to do this. Yeah, let's use our Jor's thing. Yeah, we'll use it. Again. Fucking finally. With just a bit of force, the lock shatters. There we go. Great job. Open the hatch. As you peek inside, you see a rope attached to the wood tumbling down into the open space below. Sweet, then we can actually climb back up. Didn't think of that. Let's see how well this rope holds up. Not gonna lie, my view of this game has been severely painted. Like, before I walk into this warehouse, I don't know how much more of this I can play. I love the story, love the artwork, love the setting, but honestly, that day one of being constantly dead, constantly failing rolls, and I feel like it's unfair in the amount of times I lose, because I genuinely, whenever the option pops up, I genuinely do try to roleplay into this nationalistic, very strong, trying to be charismatic character, and I'm picking those options. However, it's punishing me by killing me or having me fail constantly. And it's not like I have poor stats for the 2 stats that I keep picking. I don't know. It's coloring my enjoyment of the game a little bit, because every time I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna fail, so I'll have to either reload or come again, try again later, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just today. Maybe the constant. I've had very few rolls over 10. It's just a little bit too constant in a row. Several potion boxes are marked with a tiny bird symbol. Behold, one of these potions looks esoteric. Well, I will take it. Potion of healing. Great. Not like I care about it because I will have a death roll anyways. What's this? Hoobit. Our trade co. Whatever. Behold. Crate. With a rhythmic thumping noise coming from inside. Oh, now I get a 19. Birdfolk, level 1 entrepreneur. It's just a crate, right? But what's the rhythmic thumping noise? You're kidding. The bird is actually the tea shop owner? Oh, he's coming? Come on, really? This must be the silliest, most idiotic and plain stupid plan you've ever seen enacted, even if he is one of those bird people who are able to survive without food or water for weeks. Okay, listen up. This bird is inside the crate, and once you get it open, you'll be in for an interrogation, so be ready. He'll try to talk himself out of it, but don't worry about it. Just focus on getting him to tell you the actual truth. Be rough or smooth. Doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna save because I'll probably fail. Crate with rhythmic thumping noise coming from inside. You approach one of the many large crates in the warehouse. I'm getting cynical, aren't I? I am getting cynical. Look at the crate. The crate looks at you in turn. Snell, you hear that noise? I do. He points at the side of the crate. He shows you a strange expression. Is he hungry? You know that face well. Constipation, most likely. Yeah, he wants you to open the crate, obviously. I have an advantage because he's inside. Okay, it's a DC 6. Okay, it's a DC 6. Oh. Thank God. With a tight grip you press hard, it's difficult. Even the goblin is straining to put his measly body weight into it. But rip open the side of the crate. Ooh. Ruffled feathers update. I can explain. Dunk dunk. You watch the wingless crow-looking creature scramble to compose himself. Drummer! The bird man lets out a strange throat noise and makes a series of nervous chuckles. He is inside of a shipping crate marked for export. He's clearly trying to flee the law. You're not trying to leave the city, are you? No, Dunk, that's not something. His voice shifts to a higher pitch. I would do. I'm just inspecting the warehouse wares. Dunk. Is he making fun of me with that dunking sound? Nah, that's just drummer. Dunk. So you're inspecting wares, are you? Yes, I am local. He stops, shifting his tone deeper. Local entrepreneur. The AR, they're my supplier for tea and sometimes coffee. Does the trading company know about you being here? The bird hums like a bird and just nods. Is he pretending to not hear you? How incredibly rude. I said, do the free striders know about your presence, good sir? Yeah, Dunk. They of course. Ah. So you're inspecting goods inside of a crate, inside of a sealed warehouse? Yes. Wait, you don't believe him? Coffee, isn't that illegal? It's not. Oh, difficult to get, but not illegal. What kind of goods are we talking about here? He grabs a scale of Ankeg exoskeleton from the crate. I have a great plan. I'm planning on renovating my shop with these. Protection. Renovating with that chitin? Uh-huh, he says, sounding like a young naive kid. Nuh-uh, he's lying. Why is your voice so weird? I am Yobu. Yobu Kodori. Yobikodori, a birdfolk that all other birdfolk despise. They've got no wings and have to speak by copying others. A very impressive, albeit cursed ability. The voice leaves the bird's throat like a drum on fire. Are you mocking me? No, the bird says and makes a cross with his non-winged arms. Never. Yobu, we've no voice of our own, you know, like you know. Have you tried speaking normally? He pauses for a moment and glares at you. Then he gestures towards his throat. Curse, folk, curse. I have no chance. I can cast grease on him. I don't want to... Why do I have a feeling I shouldn't cast Charm Person? Are you aware your tea shop has exploded? What? How sad you are the one to deliver the horrible news. The bird mimes the mimics of a young and shocked man. Bad sound to pick. He sounds almost sarcastic. What a horrible and... Dunk. Shocking revelation. Ah, there's this little nervous tick when his sentences get twisted like that. You didn't hear the explosion? No, I think... Do you have any enemies, Mr. Drummer? No, everyone has. People tend to dig me, you know? Sure. Tell me what happened on that morning when it blew up. Oh, it was all normal, empty tea shop all morning. I had business on Water Lane over noon. Been busy since then. This is a big shock. Right. You've been down here for how long exactly? I am inspecting many wares. Yeah, these types of mimic birds are known for being able to just hide in a hole for a very, very long time. You're pretty bad at your job, Mr. Drummer. Sorry for being pretty bad at Inspection. I try my best. You didn't hear the explosion? Sorry? He holds up a claw to the side of his head. The bird fuck is clearly messing with you. Oh, this bird fuck is clearly messing with you. Either that, or he's the most awful compulsive liar you've ever met. You see your companion rub his eyes. I said you do not hear the explosion. The bird jolts away from you. I did not hear. Dunk. Alright, well now you know. Awful news. I didn't even had no insurance, sadly. You got something to ask him, Snell? No, he's clearly telling us everything. Sarcasm, warning. You hear the bird let out a hearty laugh. No worries, I'll get back on my feet. Always do. I just go back to inspection and you know where to find me. I'm going to threaten him for the truth because I'm... should I threaten this guy or something else? A push is all he needs, then he will spill the truth. He sure talks a lot for someone without a voice. He sucks at lying. The bird's pretty quick. You gotta catch up if you want to find a way to twist reality out of him. Okay, it's a DC 3. The only way I could fail this... Oh, I screamed at him. The only way I can fail this is if I get a 1. Oh my god. I would have failed it if I didn't do all of that other dialogue. I got a 3. You look down at the pathetic birdman. He quivers before you. This will be easy. Make sure to set it up first. Display your dominance. Let me ask you something, Mr. Drummer. What is your beak made out of? What? Is it bone? I think it's bone. The goblin gives you a look, but he lets you continue. The bird stops speaking as you reach towards something next to him. Grab a piece of the Ankheg chitin. What is cleric doing? Do you know, Mr. Drummer, how many times softer your beak is compared to this piece of exoskeleton? Me neither. Snap it in half. You can see the weak birdman's beak drop. His eyes fixate on the now broken piece of insect in your hands. You glance at your side, spotting the goblin with an impressive grin on his face. Who blew up the tea shop, Mr. Drummer? Okay, the birdman repeats twice with the voice of a shrill woman. I tell you everything. Start talking then. I'm running a business on the side. Import-export. Smuggling. Keep going. Free Striders, my supplier. They set a meeting on that day. I left tea shop behind, went to check on wares. That's true. Wait, did you know beforehand that it was going to explode? No, Dunk. I was in the warehouse. Here, I hear explosion, then I hear Free Striders talking about it upstairs, so I hide in here, waiting for boat to get away from Huabit and Free Striders and the rest of this bloody mess. Nell, the Huabit didn't know about the smuggling stuff, right? Not to my knowledge, no. God damn. This sounds entirely like a Free Strider extension. Typical. Why are you afraid of Huabit? They will give me punished if they find out my little secret. Dunk. Possibly the old woman won't take kindly to having a smuggling operation going on right under her nose. How are the Free Striders connected with this? They set it up. They set me up. It had access to the secret tunnel under the temple. They forced me. I had to. Tell me more about this meeting. It was... He seems to stop for a moment, contemplating his next mimicry carefully. At noon, information broker, a foreign woman. She was selling something to Free Striders. She was in tea shop when I left. Tell me more. I do not know much. The voice he's mimicking displays way more confidence than his body language admits. I didn't know her name. She would hang out with the dwarves sometimes. Dwarves, eh? You should go have a chat with them about that. Who was she meeting with? A Free Strider freelancer. The hag. He starts flapping his arms as if he had wings. That's it. The hag. She did it. She blew up my tea shop. Typical, he says, imitating Snell's voice and giving him a nod. Don't do that. But he's right. If there's a rogue hag running around, some esoteric bullshit is sure to follow. Esoteric bullshit. Whenever the weird, unstable magic around Jor's Coast makes things a bit too wacky, people tend to say this. We'll need to follow up. Do you know where this hag is located? No, don't know. Ask the Free Striders. That's all. I know. Where do you store these smuggled goods? Dunk. in secret tunnel. Snell squints. And how do I gain access to the secret tunnel? You've broken him enough. He'll spill the beans on this too. Well, go on. Entrance from tea shop might be broken. There is hidden entrance from Temple of Earth. A hidden entrance in the temple. Yeah. You can find it along the right side. Windows, move rocks. Just enter that large chamber, then go right. Can't miss it. Move rocks. Yes. Loose stone tiles in the floor by the window middle of the wall, to the right. Look, I don't have the greatest sense of geography, sensory perception, or whatever. Could you describe this in form of some other type of nonverbal communication? The bird stares at you for several seconds. Then he performs a series of movements with his little talon hands using precise motions. He visualizes the Temple of Earth, a big square. Then he shows you very clearly that there are 2 specific tiles found in the floor along the right wall. These 2 stone tiles can be pried open to reveal a staircase down to the place he's describing. Give him a thumbs up. Dunk. Turn to Snell and whisper, what's the protocol now? He whispers back, protocol? If he's trying to leave the city, taking his sitreg would be a good start. Sitreg. Short for Citizens Registry. Usually carried in the form of a small piece of paper. It can be used to freely travel in aligned ports across the coast. I'm sure the old lady would love to have a word with him. What's your plan now, Birdman? I will leave. Dunk. I have business in Reeves. Big business. You should really stay and deal with this tea shop mess. The bird stares at you, looking uncomfortable. And you're sure you've told me everything you can? Yes, please. I am in trouble, but I did nothing wrong. The goblin scoffs. Let's see your papers, citizen. The bird fiddles in his satchel. A worn piece of paper. His claw holds it forth. Citizens Registry. Grab it. As you hold it up to your helmet, the bird makes this rhythmic thumping noise a few more times. Inspect the papers. You turn it over in your hands. The paper is thick. It says Drummer Yimling. Yimling, those from Yim. It's one of the many substitute surnames given to folk who don't have the surname custom. Born 010102 PE. Bet he picked up 02 as his birth year just to avoid it looking too fake. Ooh, I'll keep these. Don't leave this city, Mr. Drummer. Okay. Good idea, Snell whispers to you. You can always drop them off to Lady Sageleaf. She'd appreciate it. The Birdman looks nervous. But I leave warehouse? Look to Snell. He just shrugs. Should I contain this guy? It would take time to do so. Your gut tells you no. Boring. Tossing him in the stockade does seem like a good choice, but spending time on that seems stupid. You can go. Oh, thank you. The voice sounds sarcastic. The Birdman starts to shuffle towards the stairs. Good luck out there, Mr. Drummer. Without stopping, you hear him mutter out in a shrill voice. You too, cleric. As the Birdman leaves the warehouse, you hear a faint rhythmic sound follow him out. Dunk. I wonder what he'll do. Is it okay to have him running around? Not like we've got a jail to toss him in. Well, I mean, you do, but then you'd have to go do that. Sounds like a pain just to catch a lying bird. Going all the way to the stockade to do all the paperwork and document all the evidence, it would take a full day if you're lucky. You happy I took his papers? Happy isn't the right word, but Sageleaf might be slightly less pissed this way in the short term. Having to deal with that bird sure is a headache. You believe anything he said? Sure, I'm certain he believes he's a victim here. I'm inclined to say the same somewhat. And he did not blow up the tea shop, not with the smuggling stuff going on. We need to check out that tea shop properly. ASAP, and then check up on that info broker. ASAP means as soon as possible. Silly modern slang, also a popular brewery in the Log District called Arnold's Sleepy Armageddon Place, and that's not a joke. She had a connection with Asgals in the tea shop. She also had a meeting with the Freestriders. Feels like she's a string connecting every fucking party in the city. What a fucking mess. Cool, let's go. Toss the papers to Snell and leave. Phew. Well, we found the tea shop owner. A helm in sand. Gimme. I'm gonna die picking this up. Saleh. Oh, you pick up a polished Saleh helmet, sand flowing from its orifices, but before you remove it from the box entirely, not again, you see something shift in the sand in the crate. No, I knew it. It's the sand that is shifting. Look at Snell in slow motion. I'm gonna die anyways. I'm always gonna fail. Might as well pick the dumbest thing. The goblin appears to have noticed what you stuck your hands into, and is, in said slow motion, reacting to it. What? Oh, wait. Dodge the sand. Oh. Whoa, I rolled 2 over... I have 2 dice rolls over 10? That's unheard of. In a heartbeat or faster, you pull back your gloved hands. You watch as the sand attempts to rush forward, the shape of it like a slithering esoteric creature, and just barely graze you before slinking back into the box. Aha! Won't get you again, you damn spooky blood-sucking sand monster thing. Then the sand goes still once more. Look at it. Nice job, but yeah, this sand isn't really sand. Good job getting that helmet though, it looks really nice. Snell rushes forward with the lid in his hand. He shuts it with a satisfying thunk. Thud. Good gods, I hate mosquito sand. Yeah, same. The goblin does not respond at first, he simply looks around and sighs. Be more careful, there's lots of weird shit in here. Okay, I'll leave this thing alone now. Be happy about your new helmet. Ah. Behold, there's a bunch of coins hidden in this grain sack. I'm gonna take that too. Hell yeah. Behold, some huge scrolls from Divinitorum. Take that. Enhance ability. Memorize. Enhance ability. An expensive potion sits in the top shelf. You couldn't possibly reach that high. Out of reach? What? Wait, apples. Apples. More apples. Yay. Are these tiny bicycles? Behold, tiny bikes. You stare at the rack of hanging tiny bicycles, some of them very tiny. Pocket bikes, the dream of every kid in Norvik. The bikes don't seem to do anything. Look, Snell, it's a bike for you! In response, the goblin points to a crate in the corner with the text, Eso conserved milk on it. Look, cleric, a treat for you. The goblin is calling you a milk drinker. I love milk. He's not allowed to make fun of you like that, even if it's true. Just play along, he'll think it's funny if you're cool. Yum! Play along. He chuckles. I'm assuming they're broken anyhow. They'd never leave actual functioning pocket bikes in a place like this. Way too expensive. Snell looks around. You stare at the tiny bikes. Try touching one of the tiny bikes. A quick tap reveals the lack of any esoteric tingle. Probably why they're here, covered in dust. You stare at the tiny bikes. Can I ride one of these things? Unless you're in the size of the goblin with the reduced spell cast on him, no. You look like a jester, but not in a good way. You stare at them. Right, neat, leave. Oh, there's mallets here. Some hammers, one could be useful. I'm gonna take one then. Advantage in situations where you might need a hammer. Is that better than my weapon? This gives me 1 dex and 1 wisdom. Wait, didn't I have something in here? Oh yeah, it was my diary that's like really bad right now. There's 1 constitution. Time to save. Enter. Wow, they barred this tight. Okay, I'll climb back up this rope. Ah. Is the griffin still here? Oh, but I can sneak that way. Got it. Now that I have... Now I have to find a way into the tea shop. What did you say? Oh, let's try dealing with this thing. Oh, I've already done that. Enter. Nope, not this way. What do we want to do right now? I want to go to the temple and see whether I can find my way through the temple. Honestly, if I fail a lot more, I'm just gonna, I don't know. I don't like being punished that severely. So far I've been getting okay rolls now, but oh, for a while it got real gruesome. This is a temple, right? It was on the right side. There it is. Behold, this tile is loose. Trifle. Spent ring of spell storing. He's watching over you. Wasn't it here? This is the temple. Am I Okay, maybe it's outside. I could have sworn that was it, though. Let's see, what did I pick up? 1 strength and 1 wisdom. Replace my tooth. Maybe the wall is here somewhere? What's this? There's something there. What is this? Hello, who are you? You have a helmet. Behold. Oyugi Kargameshian vendor. Halfling Stormblood, level 2 entrepreneur, skilled merchant, businesswoman, halfling entrepreneur. Man, you could learn a shit ton from someone like her. Her goods are procured from all over the coast, her goal, the journey itself, and of course to herald power of capital. She's damn good at it. Kargamesh is on the other side of the world. It's an opposite to Ascani, a mirror. In their dry, we have wet. In their warm, we have cold. She'd gladly tell you all about it. On a surface level, she's not here to make friends. Not really. Or at least not yet. I don't want to die, though, talking to her. There must be... I think it's in my quest tree, though. How to get in. What? Okay. I hate this web. Oh, I have things that can take root. Let's do this one to take root. So you took the bird's papers. Make him stick around with the snakes. What, I got a problem here? You sure do. Look, it's time to establish some baseline, okay? First of all, immigration is good. What? Immigration. It's a net positive for a more modern society, for Norvik. What's it got to do with freedom of movement? It's literally the most basic, most fundamental policy of the Free Strider bloc. In the real old days, the only people with resources to travel would be the aristocrats of society. In the real early days, that'd be the top dragon servant, the top slaves. Then, during the last few centuries, that changed. The average person suddenly got the ability to move on a societal scale, sure, but also in a geographic sense. Each of the Arcanist splinters dealt with it in different ways, but in general, especially one of the Coast War broke out for real. All the borders got real tight. A shoot-on-sight type policy wasn't uncommon. And that's shit. Real shit. We should still have some type of border control. That was overkill, but we should still have some type of border control, right? No. All of it is bad. Let's go over the facts here. The #1 cause of starvation, poverty, and economically related suffering is the general lack of prosperity. Historically, it's understandable why peasants and kings or early arcanists didn't really get this, because they just didn't have any reference point. If things were always terrible, you wouldn't even know what's good. What good is, right? Then comes industry, mass production, both esoteric stuff, access to free food, healing services, teleportation, and the fundamentals, textile factories, metal refining, and transportation, all of it giving way to an unprecedented amount of prosperity for everyone. It's like cheating in the economy. Everybody gets rich all of a sudden, even the old aristocrats. So then you have the question of nation states, of borders. You can make an argument that freedom of movement goes against certain ideals of nationalism, sure. You can't completely lock your own people away from others. You can't stay out of the global trade. You lose that authoritarian touch. In return, you get a supra-magical economic boost, one that helps everyone. You know those Asgals that hate free striderism so much? This is the point where they all shut the fuck up and sit down. Because Asgalism didn't make anything better. Not anywhere near the degree that opening the markets did. And locking down your borders, not allowing trade, people, labor, goods, and services to flow at the behest of the benevolent invisible hand, that's literally like arbitrarily making your people, all your people, objectively less wealthy, and probably a lot hungrier. Just some dumb ego trip. Thus, immigration is fucking great. And anyone who disagrees is a fucking idiot. Holy moly. What sounds more nationalistic of me? Immigration and balance amount is great. No, that's too heavy. Immigration is balanced amount in balanced amounts is great, but too much and it'll create strife and cultural clashes. Yeah, sure, but the market will take care of that by itself. The vacant jobs create the immigration appeal by itself. Well, this is the free striders like super capitalist type approach. Vacant jobs create the immigration appeal by itself. Nobody would move across the world if there weren't any jobs. That would be ridiculous. But what if they do? What do you mean? What if they move to get away from even worse situations? Wouldn't that overwhelm the nation targeted by mass immigration? Well, that just wouldn't happen. So anyway, yeah. Making Drummer stay when he clearly wanted to get out? Shit move. Just a straight up asshole move. But you could clearly learn a lot from that bird. He's got that infectious paranoia about him. Oh shit, your stomach's upset. The bird. Yeah? The bird is a survivor. That is his legacy. More than that, he really had one hell of a way to handle himself, ignoring the shitty escape attempt. You saw how he danced around your questions? Seriously, maybe it's a racial thing, but he read the room just as well as he recorded those voices. Honestly, both of those are damn true. Take any lesson you want from him. That bird's got game. And remember, immigration is good. Come on, relax with it. All the debating, focus on the choices. No, I don't want to... I'm ready to make a decision. Go for it. Oh. Survival of the fittest. I'm picking by you will live. Wow. Stop thinking about this for now. I don't know what I picked, but I picked survival of the fittest because I keep dying. I have a lot of other things to internalize, don't I? Take root. Forgo feat. Oh. Advantage on death saving throws. Awesome. Extra proficiency in roles when speaking with masculine characters. Okay, let's do another one. Take root. Come on. Hey, you've been doing great work out there. What work? Talking to people, you know, about the election, about democracy, about the future. You know what that makes you? A herald. A democratic herald. Doesn't that sound nice? But I hate democracy. Wow, can't believe you just said that. I only ask for people because I am interested in counteracting future democratic movements. Look, this is what the new world is all about. People talking to each other, sharing ideas, debating, listening. Every conversation is a little spark of democracy igniting. And you're fanning those flames. So here's the thing. All that talking is energizing. When you engage with people about what matters, when you get them thinking, discussing, caring, it fills you up. Makes you feel alive. I'm ready. That's the spirit. Good talk. What did I internalize? Democratic Herald. You regain 1 D4 hit point each time you ask someone what they're voting for in the election. Jeez, I need that. Thank you. Okay, I need to take root in this class conflict. I haven't done that yet. They must have realized by now. You're not just some government goon. You are. Of course not. I am the cleric. That's right. The one and only Norvik's protector and hero of the downtrodden. The cleric. That is your calling, your duty, your life. Since you joined the Earthguard to make sense of this unruly life of yours, it is your calling. This is where you found your zealotry, your love for the city, your meaning in life. Feel clerical. There are other trails as well. One's more in tune with your natural inclinations. Ah, of course, all that druidcraft. Nice. Yeah. You've shown promise as a primal caster, a friendly local druid that is also a choice you could make in the coming years. One that would suit your demeanor well and potentially grant you access to healthy relationships. And so on. No, I'm gonna be the cleric. Yes! You know, choose the cleric. Oh yes. Say it. I am the cleric. Earth be blessed, you are. Feel like you've found yourself. What do I get from that? Your healing spells are increased by an extra proficiency. Your heals can also be increased by your strength modifier instead of your wisdom modifier if it is higher. Okay, like I'm slowly not... Oh gosh, what happened to me? I'm slowly not as shitty. But... What? Where is this entrance to the downstairs? Oh no. I don't know. I feel like I have done quite a significant amount here. Maybe we should go down here. I feel like I've just failed so much that like right now I feel not so enthused. Maybe it's a bad time to continue playing. Maybe I just need to pass a few rolls. That's why I think I'm still continuing a little bit to see whether if I can just pass a few rolls here, maybe it'll like make me feel not so awful. Where does this go? Oh, dang, I could have gone this way. Alright. Let's save before we go down there. I just want to see where this is because I know it goes down and then I don't know where it goes to. Because we didn't really explore. And I need to find a way into that tea shop. Tea shop. Ooh. Where is this going? Tea shop. Oh crap, something soft latches itself around your ankle. There is no time, it's a... Oh, it's a trap. Ah, look at that. Another 5. It tightens around your boot with a violent tug. You're forced on the ground, hitting the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge. Cleric! Flail and scream. You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent is stopped, and now you're simply left hanging. Seems like I'm in a bit of a pickle. The goblin leans out over the edge with a frown. The mechanism is below. I can't reach it. Can't you get a rope or something? That sounds lovely, thanks. How long can I hang like this? Not long. Your skull is pooling. Within minutes you will lose control of your mind. Look up at the rope. It's snaring tight around your boot. Should keep you hanging for a long time. You see how it's connected to a series of pitons wedged below and in the side of the stone walkway. Next to you is a hanging rock. It acts like a counterweight. If you had no chance of noticing it before it went off either, the trigger must have been a hairline cord or something. Give you less than a second to react. I'm gonna pull myself up. Perfect. Ah, final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards, one gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until a green claw grabs your hand. Your goblin companion groans as he helps you up. You roll over the edge. Get the rope off. Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Free, safe, alive. What kind of evil piece of shit makes a trap like this? Someone who wants you dead. A hunter, maybe. The goblin stumbles back. Fucking hell. You realize you've been holding your breath. Your lips are probably turning blue. Breathe, I need to breathe, damn it. Air fills your lungs. You are alive. Thanks, Snell. He nods. That was a nasty trap. I don't think I would have noticed it either. But still, don't let that happen again. Check out the rope. Extremely sturdy rope, thick, soft to the touch. You do not know the name of this material. Must be exotic. Creepy. Don't know what that means, but I don't like the look of it. Really, really don't. Let's go. It's the assassin coming to get me, I think. What's through here? Oh my. Ooh. The Pillar of Jor. Ooh. Touch the cold pillar. You place your hand on the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it has seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god or king or people? The thought stirred in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you will join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now, try feeling it. Oh my god, I have a disadvantage and an advantage. A 1! Wow, I have rolled... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read that. Oh, there's a stone here. Oh, I can just try it with the stone again. Behold, a shard. Pick it up. It didn't actually try to kill me, so I can just do it again and use a shard. Touch the cold pillar. Yeah. Do it again. Yep. There we go. Your gloved hand presses against the surface. You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice. Close your eyes and pray. Silently mumbling in the same words as always, to your God, to your people, and this great city. It fades, the voices grow, not in size but in number. Some of them join in your prayer. Some dismiss it. Some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in the bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment, and callous sorting. Among them you see one face turned to look at you. At first you believe it to be him. Then you understand, as the man who appears to be both younger and older gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have seeing the return of a lost child. He turns to face the stairs. You watch him go. Again. Your heart is racing, blood pumping. You get a grip, the vision has faded. Whatever you saw, it quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper. Here it screams. Go down, further down. You understand plainly, there is more to this pillar you need to investigate, in time and further below. Dope. Where does this lead? Where am I? Mushrooms, take that. Oh, hello. Who are you? Behold. Moongore. I've read your name somewhere and I can't remember now. Bugbear, level 3 fighter, a brute beast and a warrior. She could break you easily. Loyalty is a fickle thing. Her lies with the halfways for sake of coin and shelter, but also something else, something more ethereal. Ogres, hobgoblins, ettins, trolls, the bugbear stands among them all as the charger of the Scani wilds. You have heard of her kind finding a place within civilized society as mercenaries and guards. Moongore is a cliché. Okay, maybe I leave this here. Just so that I can get a grip on myself. And not be so, like, cynical about constant failure and try to enjoy it. Or I don't know. Today was a struggle with this game because of the constant failure. And I know failure is a part of it, but I honestly... And I don't know, am I just not seeing it properly? Have I been succeeding enough in the last episodes? Because I feel like not. I feel like I've been punished quite heavily in this game, but... Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can continue playing this or if I abandon it or if I keep going. I don't know. It's charming. It's charming in many ways and also tedious in many ways. Equally tedious and charming. Anyways, until the next one, guys. Take care.